So today's slichas, we say, Kale Seir V'choisnai, V'yale L'tzion Moshiach. We're speaking about a request in the piece called Yisroel Moshe Hashem, that Hashem should bring an end to Seir, which is Esav, V'choisnai, and his father-in-law, because Esav married the daughter of Yishmael. So we're asking that Hashem should destroy the two most powerful forces of the exile. This exile is the Golus of Edom and the Golus of Yishmael. And as a result of that, V'yalu l'tzion, we will go up to Zion, to Tzion, Moishiim, those that are saved, which are the Jewish people. The meaning of Kale, however, can also have a deeper meaning. As we know in Chanukah, when it says, Ad Kali or Riglo de Tarmidoi, that we can light the menorah until the feet of the Tarmidoi end on the street. It was, as Rashi explains, it was a nation, that was a group of people that used to be out later than everybody else. They would say, sell wood. Chassidus explains that Tarmidoi means those who rebel against Hashem, and the feet of the Tarmidoi is the lowest part of those who rebel. And Kalia usually means to will be eradicated, but the Rebbe would always explain that Kalia means they will expire, meaning they will transform. Not only will they not be anymore in opposition to holiness, but they will be elevated to become powerful allies of Kedusha, who, the feet of the Tarmidoi, of those who rebel against Hashem. So the same can mean in the word, perhaps in Slichas, Kale, Seir, V'choisnai, bring a kilaya and bring a expiration in Seir and as Yishmael, that Seir and Yishmael should be, Esav and Yishmael should be elevated into holiness. And that's what we're seeing happening right now, that there's a transformation of Esav and Yishmael. It's actually a Beferisha prophecy or prediction last week in the parasha by Rabbeinu Bachaya, on the pasuk that Hashem will give all the curses, Parshas Nitzavim, that Hashem will give all the curses, Alayvecha va'al seinecha, on your enemy and on your foe. Rabbeinu Bachaya explains who is the enemy and who is the foe. One of them is referring, Avecha is Yishmael, and the other one is Esav. And he says that the end, Asidim lehischaber imanu, they're going to attach themselves to us. He bases it on a fascinating passage in the Gemara. The Gemara tells a story in Masechtas Baba Basra, Daf Ayin Gimel or Ayin Zayin, that Rabbi Bar Bachana once came across two geese. They were very fatty geese, and they were so fatty that their feathers were falling off, and when they were walking, there was a trail of oil. So Rabbi Bar Bachana comes over and he strikes up a conversation with these geese, and he says, "Will I have a part of you? In other words, will you be part? Will we be able to eat this delicious geese?" And one of them lifted its wing, and the other one lifted its leg. The Rabbeinu Bachaya explains this. Obviously, it's metaphoric, and the Ritva in Gemara also says the same explanation. The two geese are referring to Esav and Yishmael that are living a very that are having it good in this world. And the question Rabbi Bar Bachana asked them is, will they translate their wealth and their success to Mashiach? Will they contribute, or will they just end? So he's asking them, will you be part of the ultimate Suda of the Shai Rabbi the Leviyasim? Will you be part of that great elevation of the future? By one lifting their wing and one lifting their leg, they were saying that we will have a change of heart and we will become allies to the Jewish people. Tomorrow, there's going to be the signing on the White House right before the Rosh Hashanah of Shnas Plois Aren, within a Flois of the Geula, to imagine that Esav and Yishmael, that has given us the Inquisition, that has given us the Crusades, that has given us the Intifadas, that has given us all this horrible bloodshed, are now having a change of face, organically and sincerely becoming allies of the Jewish people. It is nothing short than a miracle, and a miracle of the Geula. The Rambam, and again, it's being signed by the Emirates, being signed by Bahrain. They say that Oman is going to follow. Sudan is coming along. Saudi Arabia will be there soon. There is a complete transformation taking place. Now, the Rambam in Hilchos Malachim, Perek Shnei Masar, says these words. The first halacha. The Rambam says, you shouldn't think that in the days of Mashiach there's going to be a change in the minhag of the world, but rather everything is going to continue normally, like what's happening now. The world is continuing it, and as much as we can say it's normal. It says in the pasuk that a wolf will be with a lamb, the garzev will live with a lamb, the nomir and a leopard in Gedi with a kid goat. It says it's only a metaphor, And what does it mean? Yisroel yoshvim levetach im rishei goyim, that the Jewish people will sit securely with the wicked of the nations. And, but hear these words, they will eat permissible food, benachas, calmly in Yisrael with the Jewish people. They just announced last week in the Emirates that all hotels in the Emirates must serve kosher food. Literally what the Rambam says, they will eat davar hamutar. The OU is sending down mashgichim to kasher kitchens. There'll be more food in Emirates, kosher food probably, than in Eretz Yisrael. It's unbelievable.